All right, guys, this is an important one, so please pay attention. This is for a lot of us are being called domestic terrorists. I was just charged with 3 felonies recently, and because of some of the things I said while I was on the side of the road, there was a possibility I was going to be charged with wanting to with like terroristic threats, and they were actually going to have me talk to the goddamn Secret Service. Okay. I know it sounded like I said Tourette's threats, but that's what it was like. If you see the video, you will say I have Tourette's. Okay. So I just want you to note real quick that she's on Sean Hannity right here. So she is, like mainstream media. Look at what this video is. And we're going to go into this video because there's a lot of stupid shit in here. Please pay attention to this fucking video. And a lot of the just crazy stuff that she is trying to push on people. But the main point of this video is that someone needs to assassinate Donald Trump, in her words, and all the people that you're about to see.
Lemonade is cheap.
Actually, yeah, let's watch this.
Started with filing claims with a tap. That's smart insurance.
Remember,
right there. Sign up at lemonade.com.
Just keep watching.
Looking to sell your house? How would you like to get a cash offer within minutes and close in 5 days? I'm Andrew the Home Buyer.
Oh, I could skip. I didn't even notice.
All across the internet, thousands and thousands of people are making the same plea.
Yo, can somebody just do it? Can somebody, anybody, just do it?
Somebody's got to do it. There has to be somebody out there that is willing to do it.
Who's going to take the initiative to do it? We all know it needs to be done, and somebody needs to do it.
If someone does it before the summertime, it's going to be like that one summer when everyone was playing Pokemon Go and everyone was a friend.
That's good. Good of everybody.
Do it, please. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying somebody should. Nobody should.
I 100% dare you to name one thing that you hope happens in 2025.
On X, TikTok, Instagram, and in comment sections all over, people are begging, pleading for someone out there to just do it. In these pleas, the subject is never stated, the action is never spelled out, but somehow we all know exactly what's being said. But in case you are somehow still in the dark, these memes are about unaliving Trump. And sorry to say it in very dumb algo speak terms, but I don't want this video to get taken down from YouTube. What we're witnessing is not just an absurd
She's not worried about that.
Online trend.
They don't have to worry about that.
Much, much deeper. We are living in a political tinderbox. Trump is back in power, enacting policies that undermine civil liberties, environmental protections, and our economy. Elon Musk is gutting the federal...
All right, there's the fucking Illuminati hand symbolism. That's a perfect time to pause it. So, yeah, this video is pretty old, but this is one that has stuck with me. It's like, just do it. Just fucking do it. And some of the dumbass shit she's about to say that I'm going to show you. But the whole just do it. Just do it. Do you not see how this just perfectly lines up with everything that just happened at that 250 UFC event, Freedom 250 event, and with the drone bombing and the occult symbolism? I showed you freaking Sean O'Malley has an owl tattooed to his chest, a Scottish Reich eagle on his back. He's doing the Hitler salute in the thumbnail, hand up, hand down. When you cross paths with him in the fucking referee's hands, it makes half of a compass, or it makes the X. It's like you could just go on all day. There's Saturn. I haven't even pointed that out yet, but there's Saturn up in the star, up in the lights. It straight up looks like that. That I'm going to show you when I go back to it. It looks like that Meta commercial that Luke Caverns had done a video on. If you haven't seen that, that's really good. Back to this lady. they are trying to get you to think that that would do something. You get that? Like I've said 100 times, it's the head of a hydra. I mean, you could see it right here. If you killed him, he'd be in charge. I mean, no, you got J.D. Vance and you got the Speaker of the House of Representatives and that kind of stuff. But none of those people, they're all just parasitic politicians anyway. And the people with the most money, which isn't this guy is just a puppet too. The real people with money don't show you who they are. This represents who would be in charge next after him, not this, and who is really in charge. So the whole idea of shooting him is just retarded. That's just a stupid fucking thing to even be trying to put out there like that's going to change anything.
While billionaires rob us blind, institutions that were built to serve as guardrails are bending and breaking, while Democrats are not even symbolically resisting. The courts are caving, the press is depleted, and the idea of accountability feels like a joke. Dissent is being criminalized, speech is being surveilled, and U.S. residents are literally being deported for thought crimes. These memes are symbols of a society teetering on the edge. Memes have always reflected cultural moods, but these posts are about something more than that. They tap into this belief that the system is beyond repair and that nothing short of a seismic, violent shift will change the direction that we're heading in. In this video, I'm going to attempt to dissect this belief and unpack exactly what led us here.
We're not going to go through the whole video, don't worry.
Memes and posts are moral, legal, or even advisable.
She's about to get to it.
Understand is where these memes are coming from and what they say.
We got to go back to 2020.
Moment that we're currently living in. Because these memes are not just about unaliving Trump. They are about collective trauma, political cynicism, our decaying faith in democratic institutions, and so much more. To start, I want to talk about exactly how and when millions of people lost faith in the system. An overnight phenomenon. There were pivotal events over the past few years that pushed people to this moment. And I don't think that you can look at the someone should do it memes without examining the major cultural and political turning points that we've recently lived through. To begin with, we have to go back to March 2020 when COVID hit. And before you tune out, because I said the word COVID, listen to me. The year 2020 is actually a time in history that the entire US government and the mainstream media and pretty much everyone in power has spent billions and billions of dollars waging a massive propaganda war to try to make you forget. And that propaganda campaign has worked on a lot of you because the period in time that America has memory hold
it still is
actually pretty revolutionary. In the early months of spring 2020, when COVID began to spread, the U.S. witnessed a momentary glimpse into a more equitable society.
So she's about to go and talk about a few things. Now, I want you to pay attention to, I think it's like the first thing she brings up, but it's going to be the CARES Act, which is a horrible fucking thing. The CARES Act is absolutely horrible. But not only does she tell you it's good, she doesn't give credit for the father of the CARES Act, the guy who wrote it and was in charge of, making it become a law. That was Donald Trump. She's not going to give Donald Trump credit for the CARES Act. This is where I'm telling you there is just layer after layer after layer of the psyop. Because you should be saying that the CARES Act was Donald Trump's doing, and you should also be saying that the CARES Act was terrible. She leaves out the fact that it was Donald Trump, but she talks about how good it is. Basically, you got some of your money back and then got taxed on it. That's all the CARES Act did. It taxed you for giving you your own money back after they crashed the economy and shut down every fucking business and transferred $6 trillion to Big Pharma. So you got a horrible, horrible deal that fucked you in the ass every direction. And she's going to try to tell you it was a good thing.
The entire U.S. government was taking care of its people in ways that it hadn't before. The U.S. government has spent so many years since blasting the public with propaganda that a lot of people today have forgotten just how revolutionary 2020 was. Policies that we were always told were absolutely impossible in America suddenly came to fruition. I want to go through a few notable ones. There was the CARES Act, enacted in March 2020, which provided direct financial assistance to struggling workers by extending unemployment benefits and offering an additional $600 per week. The Families First Coronavirus Response Act, which also passed in 2020, mandated paid sick leave and increased funding for food assistance programs, lifting countless people out of poverty. On a state level in 2020, states like New Mexico began offering free childcare, a policy that lifted approximately 120,000 people above the poverty line. The state even began taking budget surplus surplus directly from oil and gas revenue to fund early childhood education. This stuff was so progressive, I actually can't even imagine it happening now, which is again because of the downstream effects of all of this propaganda trying to make us forget this stuff. Other states, including Connecticut, implemented universal free school meal programs, ensuring that all students had access to hot, nutritious meals, regardless of income, for the first time. These policies and dozens...
There you go. You're talking about CERN project and quantum physics and all this shit. This lady's fucking government was able to create free school lunches out of nowhere. They fucking just completely redefined the laws of physics and made it so that energy can be created, matter can be created. And look at her doing the dick sucking duck lip fucking bullshit. Every time these people are revved up and they're in the middle of their fucking lies and they got their fucking eyes wide open, it's not because I'm pausing it at a certain time. It's because when you start to fucking lie and fucking speak blasphemy and spew stupid shit, you start to fucking contort your body. Your body resists. It like cringes in on itself. And that's why you make these fucking dick sucking fucking faces.
Resulted in a significant reduction of food insecurity across America. In 2020, SNAP benefits were increased and helped feed over 15 million young people. From 2020 to 2021, the expansion of food programs across the U.S. resulted in 2.4 million households no longer being food insecure. I can't explain how life-changing this stuff was for millions and millions of people in America. And people weren't just being fed.
Right. They shut down the goddamn economy and then gave people their own tax dollars back in welfare. And it's a little bit more complicated, but it's not any more better than that.
Millions were also suddenly able to get health care in 2020. The government made it easier than ever to enroll in Medicare and Medicaid, which resulted in millions of people who had been previously unable to afford health insurance suddenly able to get care. The government invested $145 million in expanding telehealth services, meaning millions of disabled...
Did the government give us a fucking refund for our $38 trillion in debt? Did it give us anything to show? It's like she's sitting here acting like these things are good and like they've been a long time waiting. It's like, no, we should have way cheaper fucking healthcare to begin with. People getting healthcare and health insurance in a fucked up, destroyed economy doesn't do anything for anybody. But she's going to keep pushing all these progressive, spend money, create school lunches out of thin air, fucking mask up. There's even a part coming up. Let's try to get to it.
Finally access care, some for the first time in decades. In 2020, housing insecurity plummeted thanks to federal policies like the Treasury Department's ERA program, which provided over $46 billion to support housing stability for renters. There was a nationwide eviction moratorium, and the government rolled out a suite of protection. California, actually, where I live, helped thousands of previously unhoused people gain access to permanent housing. I don't want to go on too much, but these are just a sliver of the policies that we saw the government enact during the early days of the pandemic, and they showed everyone in America for the first time ever what was actually possible if we allocated just a fraction of the billions and billions and billions of dollars that we spend on the military and things like tax cuts for the rich towards the public good. I just want to talk about 2020 a tiny bit more for a couple minutes because, again, there's this multi-billion-dollar propaganda campaign to try to make you forget all of this stuff. And it's really important to remember what happened that year if you want to understand why we are where we are today. In 2020, as millions of people shifted to remote work or faced unemployment, they began to question traditional structures of labor and productivity. People started to realize that the economy could function differently and that it could prioritize human well-being over relentless productivity. These mass realizations sparked widespread discussions about systemic inequality and the role of the government in addressing it. Mutual aid networks flourished throughout 2020. Communities organized to provide each other with food, medical supplies, and support. We were all encouraged to mask and protect each other from airborne disease, not just kill our neighbors and service workers with unmitigated COVID spread. These grassroots efforts exemplify the potential for collective action and solidarity. In 2020, we also saw the rise of the nature is healing meme, which spoke to the environmental impact humans were having on our planet.
Okay, it's just retarded shit. God, that went by so fast. So she talks about it like it's a good thing that we were masking up and that our government was telling us to mask up, put on your muzzle. And then, I've already forgot what she was just fucking saying. What is this stupid shit?
Previously unhoused people gain access to permanent housing. I don't want to...
They were kicking people out.
Allocated just a fraction of the billions and billion dollar propaganda campaign to try to make you forget all of this stuff. And it's really important to remember what happened that year if you want to understand why we are where we are today. In 2020, as millions of people...
Oh yeah, the remote work thing. We don't need to be living, driving 45 minutes across cities and urban environments to go work some dead-end job. I think everyone knows that. It's not like, we realized this in 2020. No, everybody knows that. Everybody's just stuck in a goddamn system they can't get out of. But remember what the point of this video is. someone needs to do it. So basically what she is doing is she's laying out the reasons why the world would be better without the head of the snake. And if somebody could just cut off the head of the snake, we would get all these wonderful fucking utopian bullshit fucking things. When in reality, all we got to do is start fucking rebelling and resisting and doing all our own shit on our own. All right, let's watch this dystopian. Yeah, guys, I'm going to end the video here because this is just stupid. That was obviously AI. You have a lady right here putting a bunch of fucking TikTok videos which are probably made by federal agents. Every single one of those people in the intro is probably a federal agent. And she's putting it up there like, come on, someone needs to do it. Someone needs to fucking do it. Come on, please, someone do it. And then they lay out all the fucking reasons why if you do it, things will be better. And then I'm being investigated for terroristic threats for just saying some fucking stupid ass shit while I was unlawfully arrested.
Nihilism online right now, and these memes show people aren't.
And by the way, the prosecutors have already taken it out of the plea deal. They've already dropped the charge from the plea deal. And I'm thinking about just going to court because my only charge now is resisting arrest. But the original arrest was an unlawful arrest. They did not have probable cause to arrest me. So when I was sitting there screaming on the side of the highway, they're just trying to take my words out of context and make me a terrorist. Yet they're showing you exactly who the terrorists are allowed to be by keeping this up.
They exist within a framework of real political breakdown. They're a symptom of a profoundly sick society, but it's not sick in the way that most people would think. In my opinion, it's not sick that people want to unalive Trump and the billionaires who are responsible for so much suffering. It's sick that people in power have normalized such obscene levels of systemic violence, especially against marginalized groups. The "someone's got to do it" memes also show how inadequate traditional political language is in describing what we're all going through right now. The ways that people, especially young people, express themselves online by being ambiguous, sarcastic, and kind of ironic are actually adaptive behavior. People are trying to articulate the outrage and desperation that they feel at a time when too much directness will get you punished. That's why all these memes allow for a certain level of.
I keep talking about a snake.
This is also part of why
I keep talking about a snake. Look at what that is.
From the left or the right.
I mean, come on.
Treating them like traditional criminal threats rather than cultural signals misdiagnoses the root problem.
So she's right here. So to be fair to this bitch, I am showing you the outro right here where she does talk about, she's just saying that like this is people blowing off steam and stuff. But you got to realize that for years, YouTube has been trying to radicalize a lot of us. So I have a fuck ton of videos, like screenshots saved, and I'll do a video on it, but they're like, you watch like some things, like let's say you watch a video on the Killdozer guy, and you watch like a documentary on the Killdozer. After that, you will start being suggested all of these videos that have like compilations from American Psycho and some Ryan Gosling movie. I don't know what it is, but he's like loading up guns into a bag and putting them into a car, and he's getting in his car and driving. And the video will be playing the music like all the other kids in their pumped up kicks. And it will be basically insinuating like, go and fucking do this. It's like the video, sometimes it'll be like Sigma Male grind set or something. It'll say something stupid like that. Some really like YouTube internet cultural reference. But then it'll be straight up just like MK Ultra type shit. And it'll be surrounded by all these other videos to make you think that like the world is just turning into shit, like, fires and plane crashes and like really slutty looking women, so that you think that there's like no women to fucking go out and get, everyone's a slut. So it's like, I might as well just go do what they're doing in this video. YouTube is absolutely, and the internet is absolutely all the time trying to radicalize people. Don't fucking think for a second they're not. That's why you got to stop paying your taxes to this shit, which subsidizes them. Stop sending your kids to their fucking death camp, indoctrination fucking camps, daycare fucking centers, and stop showing up to their goddamn courts where they somehow make us the criminals when that's nothing but what the fuck they are. Thanks.